Sandrina, welcome back to Film Addicts.
Thank you.
We're thrilled to have you back. We know you've been very busy working and traveling this summer. How's your summer going?
Really, really well. I love summertime. It just makes me happy. So whenever it's sunny and I can go to the beach, everything is perfect.
And do any traveling?
Yes, I was in South Africa for the World Cup.
Phenomenal.
And that was amazing. I love South Africa. I just fell in love with it. It's so gorgeous. There's so much nature. People are so nice. Everybody's happy, very laid back. I just loved it.
So you took some time to go to a safari, or?
Yeah, I can say that I did everything. I was actually there in February for 6 weeks. That was for work.
Okay.
And then this time was just vacation. I went with a boyfriend and I spent 2.5 weeks there, which was like the longest vacation I have taken for a while. And it was so great. We watched 6 different matches and then did a lot of like nature in between. 3 days of safari, beach time, Cape Point, just a bit of everything. It was a great combination of
Perfect vacation.
Yeah.
Perfect escape from New York City.
Yes, exactly.
How long have you been in New York?
I've been here for 6 years, or like my first time here was 6 years ago. I've been traveling and going back and forth and going here and there, but 6 years ago was the first time I came here, and it has kind of been my base since then.
So 6 years, you're officially a New Yorker.
I am, yeah. I feel like a New Yorker, definitely.
So getting back to your career as a model, you're very successful. How were you discovered? You started this at such a young age.
Well, I sort of grew up in the business because my mom had a modeling agency. It was school and agency at the same time. And then, you know, my whole family was so involved in modeling. Like, my mom was a model, my aunt was a model, and then my aunt was involved, well, she's still involved in the business. She's a singer and an actress, so I was brought up in the business. And since I was very little, I was going to modeling school at my mom's. And she was teaching me everything, and I started to do shows since I was little. And then when I was 13, I did this contest called Modelos 2003 in Venezuela. They basically started with castings in my city and all over the country, and then from there we went to castings in the capital, Caracas.
Okay.
And then I think it was like something like 500 people. Then from all of that, they resumed to 51 people, between women and men. And it was for a TV channel. It was basically a combination of the TV channel that is Bookings, basically the biggest agency in Venezuela, and La Mercedes-Benz, which is like Fashion Week in Venezuela. So we were doing all that for like 3 months, going to the TV channel every day and doing courses and learning about, you know, makeup and how to walk and, you know, photo shoots and all of that. And yeah, I was very fortunate to win the contest. So
you won the contest, yes. And you're 13 years old?
Yeah, I was 13 when I was in the contest. I won when I was 14.
And so, at 14, you left Venezuela?
Yes.
So you come to the United States, or?
Basically, I won a contract with Major. It was actually Major Models Milan. So then, you know, the next step was to go to Milan and take that contract.
What was that like as a 14-year-old girl? That's just unbelievable. Probably a dream that every
Yes, I mean, I was always kind of weird growing up. I was very mature, and, you know, I was hanging out with like a lot older people, and I was always in the business, so I kind of knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I was really ready, you know. It was, the hardest part was to leave school, because I used to love going to school, and I was like obsessed about learning and all of that, so that was the hard thing of all.
So did you go to Milan with your mom, or?
Yes. In Venezuela, they're very conservative, and my family would have never let me go by myself. Plus, I was 14.
Of course. Yeah. Your mom or your aunt or someone had to look out.
So my mom, she basically left everything, and she was traveling with me for a couple of years. And yeah, she wouldn't let me alone to go anywhere, because I was the little girl.
Well, you weren't, you know, you hear stories about young actresses, and mostly actresses that...
I didn't understand it back then, but now when I see, 14-year-old and 13-year-old, and when I know what the business actually is like and the crazy stuff that goes on, I'm really happy that my mom came with me, because I had to learn stuff and go through all the stuff with my mom. Like, I used to go out with my mom, basically, so she will always be there for me, and I did all the stuff I had to do to have fun, like go out and dance and all that stuff, but my mom was there for me, watching out for me, so.
It must have been a treat for your mom as well.
Oh, yes, definitely, yeah.
We had fun. Quite a young woman.
Yeah, we were pretty close, so we had a lot of fun, so.
So when you were in Milan, were you doing runway or just?
Just doing everything.
Everything?
Yeah, I was there actually for a couple of months only. And Milan can be quite crazy. Like the castings, they take like 2 hours, and it's a bit of a mess, and there's so many models, and the business is pretty insane. Like, there's a lot of nightlife, and a lot of bad stuff goes on there. Like a lot of minors drinking and using drugs.
I'm sure you stayed away from all that craziness.
Yes, I was never interested in any of that stuff. So I was. In a way, I was happy to leave Milan because it was just too dark for my taste, like too much bad stuff going on.
So what was
not my style.
How'd you make it here? How'd you make it to New York? You're home for the last 6 years.
Major sent me to New York, and I definitely wasn't ready back then because I was loving Italy, like the food and the culture, and I was having a great time. But then I came here, and then I got so used to it, and it was for me, the way of living, and the work is like more professional, more disciplined, and it's just a lot more real,
Perfect. In our next video, we're gonna get all into your experience in New York.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.